$100,000. Most retirees let it sit in a bank account or ride the stock market. And every month they pull from it. The balance gets smaller. There is something $100,000 does that stops the cycle. I'm going to show you exactly how it works, the real math, the real trade-offs, and who this is right for and who this is not right for, because this is not for everybody. Here is the math most retirees live with. Social Security covers part of the bills. The rest comes from savings. You pull $3,000 a month from your individual retirement account, the balance drops. You pull again next month, it drops again. Every withdrawal makes the finish line closer. The question every retiree faces is, when does the account hit zero? In 1980, 38% of private sector workers had a pension that answered that question for them. Today, that number is 15%. Most retirees do not have a pension. Social Security pays around $1,976 a month on average. If your expenses are $4,000, Social Security covers less than half. The rest is on you. The retirees who sleep at night are not always the ones with the most savings. They are the ones who turn part of their savings into a paycheck that never stops. I'm Chris Duncan, and I've been helping retirees with Medicare retirement planning for nearly 20 years. And this is the question I hear more than any other. How do I make sure I do not run out of money? Here is how $100,000 creates a monthly paycheck for life. The product is called a fixed indexed annuity with an income rider. It is an insurance contract, not a stock, not a bond, not a mutual fund, a contract between you and an insurance company. You put $100,000 into the annuity, that is your premium. The insurance company guarantees that when you turn on the income, you receive a paycheck every month for the rest of your life. If you live to 85, you get paid. If you live to 95, you get paid. If you live to 105, you get paid. The size of that paycheck depends on three things: your age when you turn on the income, how long you wait before turning it on, and the payout rate the insurance company offers. Payout rates on income riders typically range from 4 to 6% of the benefit base, depending on the carrier, your age, and the deferral period. On $100,000, that translates to somewhere between $333 and $500 a month in guaranteed lifetime income. The exact number depends on the product and your situation. $333 to $500 every month for the rest of your life from $100,000, a paycheck that never stops. Here is the part most retirees don't understand, and this matters. The insurance company does not calculate your income based on your account value. It uses something called the benefit base. The benefit base is a separate calculation the insurance company uses to determine the size of your paycheck. Your benefit base typically grows at a guaranteed roll-up rate while you wait to turn on the income. The longer you wait, the larger the benefit base grows and the larger your paycheck. But here's what you need to know. The benefit base is not a bank account. You are not able to withdraw it as a lump sum. Its only purpose is to determine how much your monthly paycheck will be. Your account value is different. Your account value is the actual money in the contract. If you walk away from the annuity, you receive your account value minus any surrender charges, not the benefit base. Two numbers, one determines your paycheck, the other is your actual money. Know the difference before you sign anything. Here's what makes this different from a 401k or an individual retirement account invested in the stock market. The S&P 500 dropped 37% in 2008. It dropped 19% in 2022. Retirees who are pulling income from their portfolios during those drops watch their accounts shrink from both directions. The market pulled it down. Their withdrawals pulled it down even further. A fixed indexed annuity with an income rider does not work that way. Your guaranteed income amount is determined when you turn on the paycheck. If the market drops 30% the next day, your paycheck the following month is the same amount. The month after that, the same. For the rest of your life, the same. The market doesn't touch your paycheck, a paycheck that never stops, even when the market does. One important note, your account value inside the fixed indexed annuity is shielded from market losses through what is called a 0% index credit floor. When the market drops, your index credit for that period is zero, not negative. Your account value does not drop because of the market, but there are costs inside of the contract. You need to know these. Usually the income rider fees, they're typically 0.95% to 1.25% a year. Then they're charged against your account value. So while the market is not touching your account value, the fees are. Your paycheck is not affected by either one. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you this is perfect for everyone. It is not. Here are the trade-offs you need to understand before putting any money into this type of product. There are surrender charges. If you put $100,000 into this and need it back in year 2, you pay a surrender charge. First year surrender charges typically range from 8 to 10% depending on the cost. That is $8,000 to $10,000 you lose if you walk away early. Surrender charges do decline over time, typically over 7 to 10 years. And this is not a savings account. Do not put money here that you need to access in the next 5 to 10 years. And again, there are fees. The income riders have an annual fee, typically from 0.95% to 1.25% of the account value. That fee is charged every year, whether or not you have turned on the income. $100,000, that's $950 to $1,250 a year. Now, fixed index annuity does have some liquidity. Most fixed index annuities allow you to withdraw up to 10% of your account value each year without surrender charges. Beyond 10%, you pay the penalty. And these are real costs. And anyone who tells you there are no trade-offs is not getting you the full picture. So why do retirees choose to pay these costs? Because of something called an income floor. There are only 3 sources of guaranteed retirement income: Social Security, pensions, and fixed annuities. That is the list. Nothing else guarantees income for life. Social Security covers part of your monthly expenses. If you have a pension, that covers more. But most retirees today do not have a pension. So there is a gap between what Social Security pays and what your monthly expenses cost. The income floor strategy uses a fixed index annuity with an income rider to fill that gap. You put enough into your annuity to cover your essential monthly expenses when combined with Social Security. The rest of your savings stays liquid and invested for growth. Here's what changes when your essential expenses are covered by guaranteed income. You stop worrying about the stock market. A 30% drop does not threaten your grocery bill. Your mortgage payment is covered. Your utilities are covered. The money in the market is free to recover because you are not forced to sell at a loss to pay your bills. That is the income floor. Social Security plus a fixed index annuity paycheck covering your essential expenses. The rest of your money stays invested and accessible. I'm a retirement income certified professional. Building income floors is a core part of that training. I did not learn this from a YouTube video. I studied it. I tested it. And I have watched it work for retirees who built their floor before they needed it. Here's what I see in this work. The retirees who have an income floor are different. They are not checking the stock market every morning, wondering if their retirement is still intact. They're not afraid to spend money on a vacation because they know the bills are covered no matter what the market does. They sleep differently. I see it on every call. And as I get older, that is what I want for my own retirement. Not more money in the market, more certainty that the essentials are covered no matter what happens. That is what an income floor does. A paycheck that never stops has a price. The question is whether that price is worth never worrying about running out of money. 3 retirees, same savings, $500,000. 3 different outcomes. Retiree 1 did nothing, kept everything in the market, withdrew $3,000 a month for living expenses. The market dropped 25% in year 3. The withdrawals continued on a smaller balance. By year 15, the account was empty. No income, no paycheck, no options. Retiree 2 heard about annuities and put $400,000 into one product. 80% of their savings locked up for 10 years. In year 4, they needed $50,000 for an emergency. There were surrender charges, took $4,000 up. Wrong amount and the wrong product for their situation. Retiree 3 worked with someone who ran the math first. Put $100,000 into an annuity with an income right in 20% of their savings. The other $400,000 stayed liquid and diversified. The annuity created a guaranteed monthly paycheck. The liquid investments handled everything else. When the market dropped, the paycheck didn't stop. When they needed cash for an emergency, the liquid money was there. Same savings, 3 outcomes. The difference is not the product. The difference is the math. Here's what bothers me about this. Retiree 1 is not irresponsible. That person saved their whole life, did what they were told. Nobody showed them how to turn part of those savings into income that doesn't stop. Retiree 2 is not foolish. Somebody sold them a product without running the numbers first. Too much money, wrong structure, no liquidity plan. Retiree 3 had someone who looked at the whole picture and built a plan where the right amount went into the right product. The rest stayed accessible. A paycheck that never stops, built on the right percentage of your savings. This is retirement income planning. We don't work for any single insurance company. We are independent and licensed in all 50 states. That means we have access to dozens of carriers and hundreds of products. We help you find the right one for your situation, not the one that pays us the highest commission. We offer a free retirement income review, no cost, no obligation. We'll look at your situation and walk you through the options. Go to retirewiseschool.com to schedule yours. Annuity features, rates, surrender charges, and availability vary by carrier, state, and individual situation. Annuities are insurance products. They are not bank products. They are not FDIC insured. This is general education and not personal advice. If you're watching on your TV, scan the code on your screen with your phone. It takes you straight to retirewiseschool.com. A paycheck that never stops. Now you know what $100,000 does. You are seeing 2 videos on your screen. One breaks down how $250,000 in a CD is losing $9,000 a year to something most retirees never calculate. The other shows how $100,000 is shielded from stock market crashes. Both are worth your time.